Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 12th of December. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, are we doing a GPTV next week?
Yeah, we can do
Okay, so this is the second last edition
it's the pen.
For 2023.
It's the pen, Phil, the pen ultimate.
I don't know whether I've said this on GPTV in the last few weeks, Gary, but I'm fully cooked.
I was scared what you were going to say with the F. When you started with the F, I didn't know what you were going to say, but fully cooked is okay.
I'm fully cooked. Yeah. Having said that, viewers, if I am auctioning a property for you over the next 10 days, understand this, I will come to you with a sense of energy, passion, enthusiasm, and commitment that I am well known for, and that is the DNA of Gary Peer. We will not let you down, as we didn't let down the team from the weekend. Focus up, eyes up, Gary. We had a 77% clearance rate, 27 from 35. 35 is a massive number, 77% is a massive number. What wasn't massive was the industry's clearance. Over to you, Gary. What was the industry clearance?
Well, according to the different portals that I look at, Philip, there was 57% on one, 58 or 59% on the other. So let's just say 58%, 77%. Put up the towers.
Yep.
Play the Bose music for maybe the last time this year. And I love that Bose music. And well done to all of our team, all of our auctioneers, all of our salespeople, all of our people that sold, and all those people that bought. Well done, Phil. Some
well
results,
done to everyone, Gary.
Some results more popular than others, but you know, we did get there. We did some sales just sort of limped across the line. I've got to say that, Phil. Got to be straight and just say that straight out. Some of them weren't those flying, competitive, hot, steamy, sultry auctions. Can you say sultry? It doesn't really say.
It was pretty steamy though on Sunday, wasn't it?
It was a bit steamy,
This
Got a
humid
bit
weather. What is with Melbourne? What is with December? It's kind of, I feel like I'm in Singapore, Gary, not in Melbourne, Singapore.
Indeed, Phil. And I did have, who was the famous actor that said you don't work with kids and... W.C. Fields said you don't work with kids, you don't work with animals. Yeah. Well, I had an animal when I was about to put the hammer down. I might have a little grab of this, Phil. Animal, and it started making strange sounds just on the third and final call. The dog. It was very quiet, very peaceful. And then the crescendo of the auction when it was on the market. See, some dogs, Phil, they don't get excited till it's on the market. Some buyers are like that too. But I found a dog like that on the weekend, very well trained, and then it started going woo. Any footage?
That was quick. That was a really quick response. I know I'm annoying you now, so I'm going to knock it down a song unless anybody else wants to come to the party. Maybe inside, maybe not. Get ready to congratulate our buyer and welcome our new resident to the block. What? Twice. Third and final call. All finished.
Was that a bid?
All silent. That's our auction dog. Comes to the auction. All done. Gets excited. Right at the end. Get ready to put your hands together and congratulate our buyer. Because if there's no further bid, we're going. The property, ladies and gentlemen, is sold. Please note our thanks for coming to our auction. And have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you.
No.
We've got a little bit of footage.
A little bit of sneak footage.
We've got a little bit of sneaky footage of the funny dog noises. I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
It's been on my
mind. A question, Gary.
Do you have to be a certain type of person, or do you have to be close to a person to say you've got something there? You've got something there.
Have I got something here?
No, but or you've got something in your teeth, or you might want to have a mint. I don't know if there's a certain. Like, what's the line? And everybody would have been through this and either been that person or been the person that say it. I don't know if there's some people have never said it or some people have.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Yeah, so because I reckon there are some people that they might meet for the first time, they just go, hey, there. And then there's others that would probably never say it. Well, what's your thoughts about that?
So I'm a great believer if you've got a relationship with somebody, regardless of how small that relationship is, just address the elephant in the room.
Is that it?
I think so. I mean, if you've just met someone, like you've gone to
hang on. We've just sold a property for the son of a former Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
That's true, okay? Yeah, we don't disclose who it is, but we've just sold a property.
He didn't have anything in his nose.
No, but if he had something, dropped out of his nose or in his teeth or a bit of food there, would you say to him, excuse me, sir, but...
No, in that instance,
you wouldn't do that.
Because that is a servant-master relationship, right? He's
Okay.
the master.
Okay.
And I know that's an old-fashioned term for those of you that want to cancel us. Old-fashioned term, master. But
That's a lot of people would not like that
That's a
rule, yeah.
master-servant relationship.
Is that
where
right?
we
Yeah.
are the servants. We're doing the job.
Just because he's the son of a
for
prime
the
minister,
master.
or
no,
because
well, no, because I think that we're acting for him in a professional
We are,
capacity.
yeah.
So who are we to
Just
call
say-
him out
and say,
on
hey,
something hanging
you
out of
you
his,
had pasta for lunch, yeah.
hanging out of his nose or his mouth.
That's
but,
right.
but I think if you're on equal level,
Yeah.
if you're on an equal level, you
Yeah.
just say politely, look.
Yeah. There's a festering bubo on your face.
Okay.
Have you noticed that lately?
Having said that, I want to
Okay.
address bad breath.
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
Bad breath. It's
One of
sneaks
our,
up-
there's someone in our organisation that has, prolifically or historically had bad breath. So how do you address that?
So, well, this is a true story.
Yeah.
And the person is a he, and
Okay.
he will remain nameless.
Yes.
Because why would we want to humiliate
Yeah,
or embarrass?
exactly right.
But
Yep.
chronically bad breath. And I just used to occasionally say, and I won't use that person's name, quietly take them aside, and I would say, I think you need a mint. Right?
Yes.
And that's a very delicate way of saying.
I would just say-
didn't call
I would
that-
just say-
I didn't pull that
yeah.
person aside and go, gee.
Your breath is making me want to vomit.
Making me wilt like an old cabbage.
Yeah, okay, you can say that. Yep.
I would just say,
Okay.
no, I think you need a
Yeah.
mint, which is code for...
I'd just say mint.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't
Yeah.
even say I think you
Yeah.
need a mint, because
Or-
I think you need already is, it's already
Yeah.
crossing that line.
Yes. You're like saying to that person,
Yeah.
would you use a mint colour to
Yeah.
paint that wall?
Or you could say a friend of mine had bad breath, and I asked him to have a mint. And I'm just using it as an example. I happen to have mints on me while I'm talking about mints. Would you like a mint?
I think it's. You should always try and look after
Yes.
everybody, and I think it's nice.
So, yeah,
It's
okay.
nice to be human.
Yeah.
It's nice to look after people.
Could you get in trouble?
And I think if you do it subtly and with delicacy, I think people.
Well,
I think people respond accordingly.
And it becomes an HR question, really. I mean, we need to elevate this internally
I'm
to
not
HR.
asking
No, I think still
HR
we have to.
will then spend 6 hours researching it. Nothing
Yes.
else will get done that day, and
That's
they'll
it.
come back with some airy fairy,
Yes.
puffy.
And there'll be a process. It'll be written.
Yeah.
We'll have to educate all of our people on it. Whether you've got something in your teeth, out of your nose, food. A little bit
Viewers,
of food.
viewers,
Yeah.
if you come to an auction that I'm doing
Yeah.
and
Have
I've
they got
got
permission?
something in my teeth or there's something hanging out of my nose or you
Or there's
cannot
lunch,
get
yeah.
close to me because you want to die,
Yeah.
you have my full permission
Yeah.
to subtly say something nice to rectify that unfortunate situation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
Enough said. Let's move
I'm glad
on,
we
Gary.
cleared that up.
Enough said.
We are
Bus-
talking about the property market. Look, it's
busy weekend.
mid-December, Phil. And basically that's it. Like you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it, aren't you?
So what are you
Because no
talking
time
about
to.
now?
Well, I'm saying that you've got really 1 week. I mean, what about those sales over Christmas and New Year and
Yep.
all that period? Because I think a lot of people just say, look, you get to basically the 19th of December. And you just go marching, and then there's a cliff, and everyone just falls off the cliff,
Yeah,
and that's it.
not the case.
Not
the
really,
case.
is it, Phil? No.
Viewers, let's be really clear. Salespeople, their phone is online, so you can find our phone. So if you're sitting online, I mean, a lot of people sit on REA and Domain and GaryPerrott.com. They sit on there over the Christmas, New Year, summer holidays. Just click. Let's have a look around. Think of buying, think of selling, think of renting. Oh, there's a property I like. There's Philip Kingston's name and his number. Get on the phone, send me a text.
Get him off
And
the beach. Get him off the beach.
And I will answer,
Yeah.
as will all of our team.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think our response time is its usual less than 30 minutes to be able to speak
And
to
if
you.
they won't answer, Phil, they just divert to someone that will answer,
Yep,
or they'll give you a
yep.
quick message.
So
and-
we've covered this off.
We're never
It's
closed,
business
Phil.
as usual. Real
Yeah.
estate never sleeps.
No, it never sleeps.
24/7, 365.
Not for a moment. Now, some people also want to know, Philip, when are the New Year sales happening? Because I know we've got this
Yep.
weekend to get through and during the week.
Yep.
When
Well,
do they start? When do they open?
We launch in the last 2 weekends of January. So that's when the market starts to gather
Yes.
some momentum.
Yes.
Although
Not auctions, but opens.
Open
Yep.
for inspections.
Yep.
So, but we release a lot of stock the first weekend of February.
We do.
Often we wait for the school holidays to finish. So
Yep.
a lot of the apartments will get listed and come online late January.
Yep.
Because they're not traditionally the mums and dads and children. But the family homes, anything that's family home orientated, we tend to list from the first weekend of February onwards in terms of their opening. So you'll see lots of auctions mid-February.
And I think, Phil, we owe it to our viewers next week to do a summary of the year in review. and the projections for next year. No,
what do
people
we,
want to know
what do we
about.
owe? I hate that concept of we owe it to our viewers. Honestly, I think our viewers aren't owed anything by this trivial,
it's not
stupid show.
I mean, it's not a subscription. They don't pay anything.
Yeah,
do it?
correct.
I mean, you can watch for nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can sit back and abuse
if they
us.
paid, then we would owe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Do you think if we went to a subscription model that they would pay?
I think there'd be a lot of unsubscribers.
What do you think, viewers? How about we just start? We sort of creep like Foxtel. It was like $2.99. Now it's like $4,000 a month. They have televisions everywhere.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because think about WhatsApp, for example.
Yes.
WhatsApp is a free service. And
it is.
There's been a lot of discussion over the years that the parent company, which is Facebook or Meta, why don't we bring in a paid service for WhatsApp?
Yep.
And let's make it $5 a year. And they did the multiples on that, and $5 a year was going to,
$1 billion
mountain of money.
Yep.
And then they just came to the conclusion, if the consumer pays, the consumer often switches off.
Is that right?
There's we will not be charging for GPTV.
So they can stay switched on.
In the year 2024.
There's not that many
we value your watchership.
And there's not that many viewed and switching on anyway for free.
There's a lot of people that watch this show.
Oh, there's something.
Gary, let's jump into. Give us a quick summary.
Well,
let's
talk about it. I mean, look, I got to say, there was something interesting that happened on the weekend, Philip. And I'll show some footage of this. No, quickly, because this is part of the whole, this whole spiel. We've seen now tenants buying the properties they're renting. And the question could be, and we'll put it up the heading of this week's episode: do tenants buy their homes, their residences? And Philip, we had an auction.
You've had one.
No, we had more than one. No, it's not one at all.
I can't believe you bring this up. We've had one.
No, we just had two this week alone. No, it hasn't occurred once. It happened twice this week. Many times this year.
Many times.
Many times.
So you've got to make a whole show plus the headline about these
tenants buy. It's not random. It's happening.
Give us your story.
And I think the way that some landlords are being, giving imposts of land tax and things, they're saying, you know what, you can have it. You can have it. Tenants, you have my place.
Then talk about the two.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the one, if you'll allow me to.
All of a sudden, you're only talking about one.
I am. I'm talking about one because it's an interesting case, Philip, because it happened in Hampton Street on the weekend in Brighton. I had the pleasure of doing the auction. I was briefed before the auction. Delightful owners of the property. Thank you for the opportunity. I think they watched the show from time to time. And Phil, they, of course, had a tenant there for something like 8 years.
Yes, that's a long time.
Lovely lady. She left the property for the purpose of the sale because the vendors said, look, I want to style it and prepare it. Prepared it. She came to the auction and then she just fell in love with it again and she decided to bid and buy it. It was just one of those things that happened at the spur of the moment, one of those impulse things. It wasn't a planned, strategic thing. And of course, she's standing with her neighbour, and her neighbour they love each other. These two next door to each other, this bond and friend, and they're jumping up and down. So we've got some footage of it now. Going. The property, ladies and gentlemen, is sold. Please congratulate our first. Thanks for coming to our auction, and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Anyway, it's just one of those warm, wonderful moments that warms your heart, and just it's the human side of real estate, Phil. I love it.
Thank you for that story, Gary, and thank you for the headline.
That's okay.
That really is the headline about nothing.
No, well, this is a show about nothing, Phil. Let's talk about some of the properties that we have sold, because I'm going to have a little whisk over here because I've marked a few of interest, Phil. That one, well done to Vanessa McGlynn, who handled that, from Hampton Street. In Hampton Street, Brighton, Phil. She's gone from rentals to sales, and people that do that, don't they?
Yep.
Phil, St George's Road in Elsternburg. Well, I love being there in the hood.
Yes.
This property 5 at 33 St George's Road.
Those viewers that don't know, wind back the hands of time, and you would have seen Gary, chubby little Gary, if one can say chubby, probably can't, but
you can say chubby.
Chubby little Gary on his little bike delivering the newspaper.
Yeah, chucking it in, and
that was about
early in the
5
morning.
years ago.
That was actually, that's right.
Years ago in the last
wasn't a good market,
we all got
Well, you were delivering pizzas at the time, Phil. You weren't eating any, but you were. In fact, I got a few from you. But anyway, that was a very popular apartment, Philip, and well done. Well done. Expected to get somewhere between 550 and 605, Philip, but it went for more than that with 3 competitive bidders. And Malvern Grove, here's a property, Philip, that I had the pleasure of selling.
You did?
This property had not gone to the market for 50 years since the last owner bought it as a block.
Long time.
And if you like to look at this block, we might have something else coming up there for you, which is exciting, Phil.
You might, or you do?
Well, I do, but I was trying to keep it a bit more mysterious and a little bit more exciting, but you just given the plot away, haven't you? But anyway, 320 Malvern Grove, congratulations to the buyer, who's someone that's known to us, who's a local person, who bought that wonderful apartment. And it really is quite unique. Phil, you had the auction honours at 17 Ann Street, McKinnon, but you never got there because it got sold before auction.
Yes, well done to Jan Dosen.
Jan Dosen, Jan Dosen just picked up the phone and just said, buy this, and then her client just came along. Followed
Good
her
relationships enable where you have trust, Gary. Magic happens.
And Jan can do that anyway. 17 Ann Street sold for $2,420,000, Philip. We did have 2 people wanting to buy that. Now you were a little bit quieter on the auction circuit on the weekend, but you did sell Moon Street on Brighton East. We love Brighton East, undisclosed, but within the range of 1.2 to 1.32.
And it was lovely. Sally Zellman and her team looked after that sale, but we had the vendor who was overseas on FaceTime, and shout out to that vendor. It was a delightful client and a really good sale.
As John Paul Young said, Philip, it's a long, long way to Pasadena.
It is.
That was his first song. And 12 Pasadena Crescent Bentley East was sold with competition above its range, which was in the 125 to 1370, for a figure beyond that by Lamore Herskovitz auction by Jeremy Rosens on the weekend. So well done. And I had the pleasure of selling this wonderful apartment with a courtyard, and a really beautiful courtyard, Philip, to some very lovely people in Oron Crescent, which sold for beyond its range, which was in the high 7s to early 8s. Phil, we've got a lot of auctions this weekend coming up, a smorgasbord of fine properties. Can we and shall we go through them?
Let's jump into it.
Phil, we've got a fine smorgasbord of offerings this week, something 30-something, I can't quite keep up with the number.
Gary.
Could be 34, we'll find out. If someone wants to count them up as we're going along, please do so. But we can't wait for the weekend, Philip, because you have got to go to Brighton. We've been very active in Brighton, haven't we?
Gary, life's
we love it in
beach.
Brighton.
This is a beautiful apartment in an older style building, literally steps from the beach. And that is the most incredible property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a car space, an extra large apartment. Love that. Love Dawson Avenue.
Ben Rothschild, I know, excited about that, and owned by a well-known actress, Philip, by the way, which has been written up, so it's not a secret. But we're not going to tell you her name right now. You can come and find out. Come to the auction. Philip, we're going to be in Malvern East during the week a couple of times in Belgrave Road.
Yes.
We are going to be 105 at 60 Belgrave Road, Malvern East. Tell us
Fabulous building, Gary, and that is a beautiful apartment, and that is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a car space.
Let's talk about Lahona Avenue, Bentley East, your first auction.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, Gary, everything that opens and shuts, beautiful wraparound courtyard gardens, fabulous property.
Remember that song, Black is Black? I Want My Baby Back?
I do.
Baby back, baby back. Well, we are going to be at 10:30 at 1 at 16. Black Street in Oakley, East Side, Redolnik.
Sweeper and Vanessa McGlynn have got the auction honours there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, beautiful courtyard gardens, a lovely home. Move straight in.
Caulfield East, another one of our favourite suburbs, Philip. 202 Tattenham Street is being auctioned by Leor.
Rishi and Leor have the auction honours of 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, plus a courtyard. That's a great property.
And I've got, much like you, Philip, I'm going to be in Bentley East at 10:30 on Saturday. I'm looking forward to meeting Leor Bar in Argyle Street.
A wonderful 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom villa with a carport and a courtyard garden. We know how much we love those.
At 11:30, we're going to be in Inkerman Street, 175.
Gary, this is a great parcel of land, 478 square metres with a very leasable property on it. 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking. That one's got so much potential.
I love this apartment in Brighton Road. Jeremy Rosen's lucky to be auctioning this. Joel Sir's been handling it. 5 at 88 Brighton Road.
Yes, Gary, that's a good one. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Philip, we're going to be in Dandenong Road, Murrumbina at 11:30. David Thompson's the agent for this, and Leo Samuel has the auction honours.
Fantastic property, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, and 735 square metres of prime land.
I'm meeting up with Vanessa McGlynn, also on not Dandenong Road, but North Road, Philip, this time in Clayton.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms, Gary, lock-up garage, courtyard garden, very affordable.
We've got double auction action at 12:30, Philip. This time it is in Caulfield South, Remuera Street.
Yes, Gary, good to be back in Remuera. We had a good sale there a couple of weeks ago. This is 4 bedrooms, a study, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. This is a designer's home, and it is absolutely incredible.
And so is this property in Elmer Road that I have auction honours at 12:30. I'm meeting Daniel and Arlene there. Tell us about this property, Phil.
Gary, lots to love there. Stunning, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double garage, and that's beautiful. Move straight in.
We all know, Phil, that you need to go back to college because Lord knows you didn't do very well there, but that's not College Street. You've always done well selling there. Tell us about 1 at 55 College Street.
I love College Street and I love this property. This is a big, spacious, solid home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, That is really a magnificent surprise package. Come down and have a look.
Auction number 3 in Murrumbina's at 1:30. This time David Thompson auctions for Dan Dyson in Rosella Street.
Gary, what a great property. 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and off-street car parking, courtyard gardens, very affordable, great opportunity.
I love it in St Kilda Road, Phil. I'm looking forward to auctioning this terrific apartment at 1:30 p.m.
Gary, that's the apartment with everything. That's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a secure car park. That is a wonderful home.
Triple auction action happens at 2:30, Philip, firstly in Carnegie and Rosstown Road.
Gary, we love Rosstown Road. It's walking distance to absolutely everywhere. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, highly attractive price range.
And what would a Saturday be, Philip, if we didn't have an auction in Ormond? And we are going to be auctioning 21 Newham Grove in Ormond. Leon Guzenfit has been handling this. Tell us about it. You're the
Gary,
auctioneer.
2 bedrooms and a bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, as many as 3 cars. A really good parcel of land, a beautiful looking home, 572 square metres of pure Ormond pleasure.
We love Ormond and we love McKinnon, Philip, just around the corner. Wembley, Grove, McKinnon, Graham Callan auctions this one.
Gary, that's a really, really good property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and 2 car spaces, an alfresco deck and a courtyard garden.
You'll be running from Ormond to South Yarra, this time in Punt Road, Philip, 7 at 392 Punt Road.
Gary, that's a really interesting property. Walking distance to Toorak Road and Faulkner Park. Everything there is on your doorstep. 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
If you think that's Nirvana, Philip, you're wrong, because Nirvana is Malvern East, and that is 15 Nirvana Avenue, Malvern East.
Gary, great opportunity there. That is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of car parks and 700 plus square metres of land.
And a late finish for Graham Callan, who hops over, Philip, to Kangaroo Road for his 4:30 auction.
Gary, what a great property that is. Can't wait to see that result.
Phil, lots of action in Leeburn Avenue. We've got these 2 beautiful homes, Units 1 and Unit 2, that are being sold.
Well, I think that's a bit of a misdescription. I'd call it home number 1 and home number 2.
Yes, you're right.
Because home number 1 is 5 bedrooms, 2 studies, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking. That's the one. That's like the Big Mac of Leeburn Avenue because it's got everything.
And it's in beautiful order, Philip.
Situated behind is home number 2, which is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, another space in front, gorgeous deck, gorgeous courtyard. So those are 2 properties, highly unusual to be able to buy something like that, to be sold independently, of course.
I'm looking forward to auctioning those, Philip. We have got at 12:30 Murray Street, 5 at 118 Murray Street in Caulfield.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Couldn't get a better location than Murray Street, Caulfield.
I think Sheridan Grove has been sold.
Stay tuned on the off chance that it's still available. I don't think it will be, but that's incredible. 1 of 2 town residences, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. But I'm pretty sure, Gary, that will be sold.
And I'm pretty sure the last auction for the year, Philip, is off the planet of the earth, Philip, in Saturn Street, Caulfield South. Now, that is at 2:30 p.m. This wonderful 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom property, Philip, being handled by Leon Guzenfetter. And you, no doubt, will have a lot of fun.
I can't wait. I love those streets.
That is a big wrap. All those planets are
Gary,
great.
that is a big wrap, a busy week. And again, we've meandered on and made this episode as long as it is.
We do that.
But next week should be a shorter edition.
Oh, yeah.
Although we'll be wrapping up the last weekend for the year. We'll set the theme for 2024.
We will.
Viewers, thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
I'm Gary Peer. We'll see you for the final episode next week. Thanks for tuning in.